Hi guys, my name is Nina Agdal. Today I am going to take you through my go-to skincare routine, a little bit of a makeup look to get all pretty and done up, super dewy, super glowy, super fresh, and then a little bit of hair. First step of the routine is we're going to clean my face. I take a little bit of this cleanser, just apply it in my palms, then we go to town. I love this time to just stand here, just feel clean, feel good, take a couple of breaths, you know. I feel like that's what skincare routines are for too. Dab that face clean. I'm actually gonna get started on the hair because what I like to do is to take this hair out of the bun. It's still a little damp from the shower, which is good. It actually helps the whole process. And we're gonna spray with a little bit of primer, which I love, and spray it out. Just go through the strands of hair. And then comes the fun part. We're gonna braid it. So I just like to divide in the middle, sort of in the middle, you know what I mean? Doesn't have to be too precise here. So just 3 sections, a normal little braid. Doesn't have to be too tight. The tighter you make it, the more curly it's gonna be, and I don't want it to be too curly, so we're just gonna leave it kind of loose. And the biggest tip is the ends we leave out. Ah, this is so nice. Alright, so the braids are in. They're just gonna stay like that. Boom. Let them hang, let them chill. Now comes a really fun part that I started doing. What you're gonna need first is a little bit of facial oil. The smell, everything about it is just heavenly. And as you can see, it's like almost empty, so put it into your hands. I love that it like measures it for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that. It's just like, boom, this is what you need. Place it on your face, nice and gentle, right? So we have this stone. I think it's called a gua sha, and I love it. Super gentle, even here at the front. We're gonna go here and just gently sweep up. Now, we go to this side. You're gonna hold yourself here, like just to like pull back, and then gently pull upwards. Again, we start at the bottom, and then we go higher. But you definitely shouldn't do this before you have a dinner. You know what I mean? If you're running outside in 5 minutes, I wouldn't do this. And then just the forehead. This is my favorite part. Like right in between that, you know, the eyebrows, you hold so much tension. We actually have another tool, because why not? This thing is another obsession of mine, and it just feels so good, especially on the jawline. In Denmark, it's very much about just staying natural. All right, so, I mean, I could just keep doing this. I think we're done with it. I think we should let go of this thing, even though I want to keep going. Now we have the part that when you're a teenager, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm fine without it. No, you're not. Well, maybe you are for now, but later down the road, just trust me. Sunscreen, right? A couple of droplets of that. But I do think that like sunscreen is also something you need to like definitely prioritize and learn about and find what works for you. All right, so this is actually from a Danish gentleman, which I love. I love him, Ole Henriksen. That's how you would say it in Danish. You just take a little bit on your finger here and dab it underneath your eyes. Let's do the other side. Next step of the skincare is a serum from Superflower, which I absolutely love. I am definitely all about smells, and this one is incredible. So just pump like 2 pumps in your hands and then just pat it on your face. Oh, the smell of it is so heavenly. So I definitely would call myself, you know, experimental when it comes to products. Like, I can spend hours reading reviews about products, and then I'm like, oh, I definitely need to try it. And then the way I like know that I like it is like, I have so many products where I'm like, I never finish it. But if you finish a product, Like if I finish one product, I am never leaving it. Like I'm very loyal. This is kind of like a new obsession, but it's also the most dewy cream you could ever find, which is why it's called the Dewy Skin Cream. So that makes sense, from Tatcha. And I love it. Just take a little bit of that. Oh yes. Tap it out on your skin here. These are still drying. Skin is looking fresh. Fresh as ever. Maybe a little lip balm. We are ready to move on to our makeup. Okay, so for the makeup, we're gonna do a little rose gold golden eye. First step is, everybody's gonna attack me for this because my makeup routine is so all over the place. So I start, I know, this is crazy what I'm doing right now. I start by contouring. Wild. And the way I do it is with a brush. I know, you thought it couldn't get any worse. Here we go. We're just gonna dip that little brush in there. Tap, 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 right? And then what I like to do is this face. You probably shouldn't do that, but I do that. And then I find that spot and then I go up. And what's amazing about the cream is that you can literally manipulate it however you want, which is what I like. I feel like with powder, it's like you put it on, it's there. Speaking of makeup, I started wearing makeup when I was like 14. My dad was not with it. But my mom, this is actually really cute. She is so sweet. She was like, if you wanna wear makeup, I wanna make sure you do it right. So she organized a class at like this like makeup school for me and my best friends to come and learn how to do makeup. So literally had a session on how to do proper natural makeup. And I think I learned a lot from it. We're going into the highlighter and I use the same brush. So I just dip it in there. And then I like to highlight on top of my cheekbone because we want to look fresh. Some people like to be matte. She's not one of them. I want to look like I'm sweating, but in the best way. Highlight that up, a little bit under the brow, just to make that pop as well. And then the base is done. And here's the biggest secret. I don't use foundation. Something that makes me feel better is covering up the tiredness. Just tap a little bit under the eyes here. Now with a little bit of leftover highlighter, it actually adds to the concealer, which I like, because it just even brightens you up more. So I just bring it up on top of that eye too, right? Because when you want to put on eyeshadow, you want that canvas to be nice and clean. Look at that. Oh my God. And then I just dab it around. Brows. So horror stories, right? They always start with the brows when it comes to like beauty routines. And let me tell you, I have had an experience myself. This was when I started modeling and I was like, you know, trusted everyone, anyone and everyone. I was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And this makeup artist was like, oh, I'm just gonna take a couple, like I'm just gonna clean it up. I closed my eyes, 10 minutes later, half the brow was gone. So ever since then, I have been that girl, which, you know, I think girls in the industry can relate to. When people ask if they can just take a couple, I'm like, no. Because you take a couple and then you take 100, and I can't wait for that brow to grow out again. It's not gonna happen. For the brows, we're actually gonna use 2 products, and what my trick is, I don't want it to be too filled in. I just want a tiny, tiny bit. So I take the clear one, and then I take the colored one, and then I just add a little bit to it. And then we're gonna go in with this, and now there's just a tiny bit of color in the clear gel, and then I just brush up literally what my brow would naturally do if if it was a free bird. I don't know if you guys know, but you probably definitely do. Bambi, her brows is forever my inspiration. Moving on to eyes, right? So we're gonna add some golden tones to it to just really bring them out and make them pop. And I use a large, loose brush. Brown golden. Now it's gonna get tricky, right? Tap it on your hand to make sure there's not too much. Not too much, but a little bit. Ooh, fresh. We're gonna go into a little bit more of a matte color. So tap that in there, tap it on your hand. Look, you can see how much comes off. Imagine if that was on the eye. You would have a grand old time. And again, go into that corner. With the darker color, I like to keep it really on the side of the eye and not go too much in, because then you kind of close the eye a little bit, which we don't want. So a little bit of highlighter to put into that corner of the eye to make it pop. Pop open, right? So when somebody's talking to us, we can be like, boom! We're gonna curl our lashes. This is one of the things that I think is the most important when it comes to makeup. Because if you don't curl those lashes, mine are very straight, but if you curl them, it really opens up everything. And it's also like a wake-up call. Like, I swear, like if I don't curl my lashes, I'm still asleep. My trick is to go in as far as you can, obviously without pinching yourself. And I do one eye at a time. In between, we do mascara. Again, pocket size, because guess what? We're gonna test it out. Before we do anything, we're gonna test it. And I literally just go in, again, as close to the eye as possible. But look at that. I mean, you could definitely see the difference, right? Okay, get in there, right? As deep as we can get in. What's great about the pocket size is that you can actually it's easier to maneuver it. Lips. I like to keep my lips pretty natural. A little bit of pink, you see? And we're just gonna tap it on there. Okay. And go back to our brush and just get the line nice and clean. A little highlighter bronzer palette. So take another little more fluffy, big brush, right? And tap it in there, fluff it off, and then just go right on the cheek. You can smile here. That's probably the biggest trick, right? To make sure you get that apple, that cheek apple. What do you call that? In Danish, I have the word. In Danish, it's called æblekender. And that means like apple cheeks. And then I like to add a little bit on the nose too, because guess what? Summer might be over, but not here. And tiny little bit of bronzer and just go into that cheekbone. So since it's already so dewy, just adding the tiniest bit of powder bronzer is gonna make the difference. Now we spritz. As you can see, we're running low because I love it. Caudalie. Now's a good time to take a breath, right? That's what I say in my class too. I'm like, now is a good time to take a breath. So we're gonna take a breath. Oh my God, I mean, that's life-changing. I swear to God, just breathing sometimes will like change your entire mentality. To the hair. We're just gonna pull that out. Boom. Now is when we're really gonna see the little textured wave. And as you can see, the spray added that texture, right? And then the waves came from the braid. Now, what I do like to add to just really finish it off is the Oribe texturizing spray. Just add it in there. And then a little bit at the bottom. But I think this looks pretty good. I'm like ready to go nowhere. All right, and that is the final look, you guys. Fresh and dewy, but still a little bit of something, right? Hair is looking good. Feel good, look good.